Madison pops off on Kody and Robyn. The Browns' redemption arc is over. It's official. There's no redemption arc coming for Kody and Robyn Brown. Madison Brush just went nuclear on social media, calling out her dad and stepmom with zero filters. And let's be honest, after the latest Sister Wives episode where Kody and Robyn try to justify buying an even bigger house, fans are done. Madison's posts. The knockout punch they didn't see coming. Let's get into it. The redemption arc that never was. Alright, reality replay fam, we need to talk. Remember how every season, Kody and Robyn try to spin this fresh start, new chapter, new house storyline? Well, Madison just lit that fantasy on fire. The couple's been teasing a new beginning. A bigger home, closer to college, closer to church, closer to whatever excuse sounds good on camera. But here's the problem. No one's buying it anymore. And just as Kody and Robyn started selling this idea of a healing, family-friendly mansion, Madison jumped on social media with the emotional equivalent of a truth grenade. She didn't just throw shade. She flipped the entire Sister Wives script upside down. Kody and Robyn's big house excuse. Let's start with that ridiculous new house justification. In the upcoming episode, Kody gushes about needing space for the kids to come visit, saying it's a place for truly to have her own room. He claims it's about reconnecting with his adult children, the same kids he's been estranged from for years. Kody says he just wants a clean slate. But Madison, and basically every fan, is calling BS. Because, let's be honest, the Brown kids haven't been welcome at the McMansion 1.0 for years. They're not staying away because there isn't enough square footage. They're staying away because the emotional climate inside that house is freezing. It's not the walls keeping them out. It's Robyn's cold reception and Kody's ego. And now, the couple wants a McMansion 2.0. Please. The timing of their grieving father needs a new start narrative right after the family tragedy felt manipulative to many fans. Madison clearly thought so too, because what she posted next hit hard. Madison drops the bomb. On October 10th, Madison Brush, Janelle and Kody's oldest daughter, started her day by posting a simple quote. Underrated life skill, pausing to decide if it's worth your energy. Seems innocent, right? But when a fan replied saying, "I lack this skill," Madison fired back with a message that broke the internet. Your dad saying lies about you for the entire world to hear teaches it to you real quick. And that was just the beginning. Madison screenshotted that exchange, posted it to her story with the caption, "I guess I'm in this kind of mood today." And we said, "Yes, Maddie, we are all in that mood today." She then doubled down, reposting a meme that read, "When you push the introvert too far, and now they're calling everyone out." She added her own note, "Messages telling me to pop off after my last story. Maybe." Spoiler alert, she did pop off. From there, Madison opened her Q&A, and fans came ready. What followed was one of the most honest, savage, and heartbreaking exchanges the Sister Wives fandom has ever seen. The Q&A that shook the family. One fan asked if she's tried therapy to deal with her issues with Kody. Madison answered, "Yes, I see a professional therapist on and off. I've benefited a lot from it. Anyone from complex family dynamics could. That alone showed growth. Maddie's doing the work." But the real fire came next. Another follower asked if she'd ever consider reconciling with her dad. Madison's answer was chillingly honest. "I'm not sure. I think I would need more than he could give. I'm not sure I want to welcome the storm that is Kody and Robyn into my life." She added that her family's life is peaceful now, and she wants to keep it that way. Then came the question that broke the fandom. "Has Robyn ever tried to reach out to you?" Madison's response. A mic drop moment. "Robyn is a liar. The end. If her mouth is moving, she is manipulating. Truly, she's a liar to an extent I have yet to see replicated. That's not gossip, that's a verdict." And when asked when she realized her dad and Robyn only cared about themselves, Madison said, "In 2020, I started reading parenting books and never looked back. That says everything. Therapy, self-education, boundaries. Maddie's out here breaking generational cycles while her dad's out here buying real estate. The facade falls apart. Here's the bigger picture." Madison's comments expose what fans have suspected for years. Robyn has made it crystal clear that she doesn't consider Kody's other kids her family. She refers to them as his kids, not their kids. And Kody, He's made it known you don't get a relationship with him unless you go through Robyn. You bend the knee, or you're out. Now, with Garrison's tragic passing still fresh, fans are disgusted at Kody using grief as an excuse for a new mansion or a new start. As one commenter put it perfectly, good dads don't need to get sued or lose a child to show up for their family. Maddie's voice has become the megaphone for every brown kid who's done staying silent. Why this blew up? This story isn't just another brown family feud, it's a full-blown reckoning. Because Madison's posts hit a nerve. Fans are tired of Robyn's tears, Kody's excuses, and the fake, we're healing storyline. Madison didn't deliver her truth like a reality TV moment. She said it like someone who's finally at peace with walking away. That's why this blew up. She's not chasing attention, she's exposing manipulation. And in doing so, she stripped away whatever illusion of control Kody and Robyn thought they had left. The aftermath. Here's where things stand. Almost every one of Kody's adult kids is estranged. Garrison's gone. Gabe's done. Janelle's moved on. Christine's remarried and thriving. Meri's rebuilding her own life. And now Madison, once the peacemaker, has officially joined the chorus of truth-tellers. Meanwhile, Kody and Robyn are in their brand-new house, surrounded by empty rooms, still trying to convince the audience that they're the victims. But the viewers, we see it. Madison sees it. The redemption arc is over, and no mansion is big enough to hide that. So what do you think? Is Madison right to finally pop off? Or do Kody and Robyn deserve a chance to explain? The divide in the Brown family. There's no denying it. The Brown family is fractured beyond repair. What once looked like a big, happy plural family has turned into something much darker. And now, Kody and Robyn stand on one side, while almost everyone else has turned their backs. Fans have noticed for months that Madison, one of Kody and Janelle's oldest kids, has been quiet, watching the drama unfold without saying much. But that silence ended this week, when Maddie took to her social media to spill her truth in a Q&A session that set the internet on fire. Madison calls out Robyn in brutal fashion. It all started when a fan asked Maddie a simple question. Has Robyn ever tried to reach out to you? You'd think that's harmless enough. But Maddie's answer? Absolutely savage. She replied, no. Robyn is a liar. The end. If her mouth is moving, she is manipulating in such a calculated way that you won't know up from down. Truly, she is a liar to an extent I have yet to see replicated. Boom. There it is. The Brown kids have thrown shade before, but never this direct. Maddie's words weren't vague. She was crystal clear that she believes Robyn's kindness and tears are all an act. And what's wild is she's not alone. Almost every one of Kody's adult kids, from Garrison to Gwen to Peyton, have publicly admitted that their relationship with Robyn is strained. So when Maddie said this, fans didn't question it. They applauded her for saying what everyone was already thinking. The pain behind Madison's words. But this isn't just about Robyn. Maddie's truth bombs reveal something much deeper, the emotional wreckage left behind by years of neglect and manipulation. When asked if she'd ever reconcile with her father, her response broke hearts. She said, I'm not sure. I think I would need more than he could give. I'm not sure I want to welcome the storm of Kody and Robyn into my life. That line right there, the storm of Kody and Robyn, speaks volumes. Maddie's saying that letting her dad back in would bring chaos, conflict, and emotional damage, something she's worked hard to leave behind. Remember, there was a time when Maddie and her dad were close. Kody even officiated her wedding to Caleb, and she named her daughter Evie Kody after him. But somewhere along the way, that bond broke, and it sounds like Kody's loyalty to Robyn was the final straw. The real reason the relationship collapsed. According to Kody, things went south because Maddie gossiped about him, that she'd call him just to get information and share it with Janelle and Christine. But fans aren't buying that story. Many believe Kody's using gossip as an excuse to justify distancing himself from his older kids, the ones who stopped worshipping him after he became obsessed with Robyn. Maddie herself said the shift happened back in 2020, right around the time the pandemic isolated the family and tensions with Christine hit their peak. She said her relationship with Robyn was always rocky, but that things with Kody started to fall apart when she began to see the truth of his behavior. She started reading parenting books, learning about healthy boundaries, emotional regulation, and family systems. And that's when it clicked. The family dynamic wasn't normal, and it wasn't healthy. The Meri revelation. But Madison didn't stop with Kody and Robyn. She also spilled new details about Meri, the first wife. And this one, it's shocking. When asked if the rumors were true that Meri was mean to her and the other kids growing up, Maddie didn't hold back. She said, "Meri was hard. I look back and see it was due to her own hurt, which I do believe was brought on by Kody. She was extremely harsh and will never be allowed in my children's lives." She went on to say, "A lot of people say she was just strict, but you were not there. You have no idea what you're talking about. I forgive her, but I can move on." That's a powerful statement. Forgiveness without reconciliation. Maddie's saying she's done the healing work, but she's not reopening old wounds. And the idea that Meri will never be allowed near her grandkids? That tells you how deep those scars go. The bigger picture, a family torn apart. Let's be honest, this isn't just family tension anymore. It's a generational fracture. Kody and Robyn have isolated themselves in their big house, surrounded by walls of excuses. Meanwhile, the rest of the Brown kids are creating their own lives, free from the control and chaos that used to define their family. Maddie's Q&A wasn't just venting, it was a statement. She's choosing peace over drama, truth over loyalty, and healing over history. She even mentioned that her life with Caleb and their kids is calm, happy, and quiet, something she's not willing to risk for a man who brings storms wherever he goes. Fans have flooded social media to praise Maddie's honesty. Many say it's about time someone in the Brown family stopped protecting Kody's image. One commenter wrote, "Maddie said what we've all been thinking. Robyn's not the victim, she's the puppeteer." Another said, "Maddie has grown into the woman Janelle raised her to be, strong, grounded, and unwilling to play fake family games." And honestly, it's hard not to agree. Maddie's Q&A proves that she's done being quiet, and she's not afraid to expose the dysfunction that's been swept under the rug for years. So what's next for the Browns? Can Kody ever repair these relationships? Or has the damage gone too far? If Maddie's words are any indication, the answer's clear. There's no repair until Kody takes accountability. And Robyn, she's lost the trust of nearly every adult child in that family. It's hard to come back from that. But one thing's for sure, the truth is out, and the next chapter of Sister Wives won't be about polygamy, it'll be about survival. Your dad saying lies about you for the entire world to hear teaches it to you real quick. Those were the exact words from Sister Wives star Maddie Brush, daughter of Kody and Janelle Brown, and fans are losing it. This wasn't some cryptic message or harmless venting. Maddie just publicly called out her dad, Kody Brown, slammed Robyn as a manipulative liar, and made it crystal clear she's done playing nice. So what set Maddie off? And what did she reveal about the real reason she no longer speaks to her father? Let's break it all down. It all began on October 10th, 2025, when Maddie took to Instagram to share a simple inspirational quote. Nothing unusual, just something about emotional control and self-awareness. But things escalated when a fan responded, saying they lacked that skill. Maddie replied with a message that stopped everyone in their tracks. She wrote, "Your dad saying lies about you for the entire world to hear teaches it to you real quick." Boom. Just like that, Maddie confirmed what fans suspected all along. Her relationship with Kody isn't just strained, it's shattered. That comment referred to Sister Wives Season 20, where Kody has been seen blaming his older children, including Maddie, for spreading gossip and trash talk. But Maddie just flipped the script, saying her father's the one spreading lies. Maddie's quiet heartbreak. From there, Maddie opened the floodgates. She invited her followers to ask her anything, and that's when she really began spilling the tea. When asked if she'd ever consider reconciling with her dad, Maddie gave a heartbreaking but brutally honest answer. "I think I would need more than he could give. I'm not sure I want to welcome the storm that is Kody and Robyn into my life. From day to day, our life is quiet and easy." I like that. That one line says it all. She's chosen peace over chaos. Maddie's no longer chasing approval from a father who, in her words, brings a storm wherever he goes. The Robyn Brown drama. And if you thought things couldn't get more intense, Maddie then turned her attention to Robyn Brown and didn't hold back for a second. A fan asked if Robyn had ever reached out to mend their relationship. Maddie's answer? "Robyn is a liar. The end." Then she added, If her mouth is moving, she is manipulating in such a calculated way that you will not know up from down. Truly, she is a liar to an extent I have yet to see replicated. Just my personal opinion, take it or leave it. Yikes. That's not shade, that's a total takedown. But honestly, fans weren't surprised. For years, Sister Wives viewers have watched Robyn position herself as the victim, while quietly benefiting from Kody's favoritism. Maddie's words just confirmed what a lot of fans already suspected. Behind the tears, Robyn might be far more controlling than she appears. Calling out Meri too. Maddie didn't stop there. Another fan asked her about Meri Brown, and whether the long-standing rumors of Meri being mean to the kids were true. Maddie's answer was thoughtful but still brutally honest. She said, "Meri was hard. I look back and see it was due to her own hurt, which I believe was brought on by Kody. She was extremely harsh and will never be allowed in my children's lives. Though I forgive her, I can move on." That's a lot to unpack. Maddie isn't excusing Meri's behavior, she's explaining it. But what's powerful is her boundary. Forgiveness doesn't mean access. This echoes what other Brown kids, like Michael T. and Paydon, have said about Meri being overly strict or verbally harsh when they were young. It's yet another sign of how deep the emotional wounds run in this family. Maddie chooses healing over drama. Amid all this emotional chaos, Maddie also opened up about therapy and how she's been working on healing from years of dysfunction. She told fans, "Yes, I see a professional therapist on and off. I have benefited a lot from it. I think anyone who comes from complex family dynamics could benefit from it." That's the kind of self-awareness viewers have been begging to see from the Browns, and it's coming from one of the kids, not Kody. While Kody continues blaming his children for their disrespect, Maddie's showing what accountability and healing actually look like. The history that led here. To really understand Maddie's frustration, you have to look at the history. She's one of Kody and Janelle's 6 kids, and for a while, she had one of the closest relationships with her dad. Kody even officiated her wedding, and she named her daughter Evie Kody after him. But after the move to North Carolina and Kody's increasing obsession with Robyn, things started to crumble. On the show, Kody accused Maddie of gossiping and using him for information, which many fans saw as projection. Maddie, meanwhile, began to distance herself. She's focused on her husband Caleb, her kids, and living a grounded life far from the drama of Coyote Pass. And now, after years of silence, she's finally speaking out, and she's not mincing words. The fans react. Social media blew up after Maddie's Instagram stories went live. Fans flooded Reddit and Twitter with support, praising her for finally saying what so many have wanted to for years. One fan wrote, "Speech balloon Maddie is breaking the Brown curse. She's choosing therapy, peace, and truth over chaos." Another commented, "Speech balloon, Robyn's manipulation isn't working anymore. The kids see through her, and now the fans do too." And it's true. With each passing season, more of Kody's kids are coming forward with their stories, and none of them paint him or Robyn in a flattering light. The hardest truth of all. What's saddest about this whole situation is how avoidable it was. Kody often talks on Sister Wives about wanting a relationship with his kids, but Maddie's words show why that's impossible without accountability. She said it best. She's not sure she wants to welcome the storm that is Kody and Robyn back into her peaceful life. For Maddie, happiness looks like stability, not chaos. And as she put it, her life right now is quiet, easy, and full of love. Something tells me that's a kind of family peace Kody may never experience again. So what do you think, Reality Replay fam? Was Maddie right to call her dad and Robyn out publicly? Or do you think this family still has a chance at reconciliation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that subscribe button for more Sister Wives deep dives, and don't forget to ring that bell so you never miss the drama. I'm your host from Reality Replay, and trust me, this story is far from over.